All right, peace and black African power, family. So today is kind of going to be like a little follow up. I just want to tap in right quick with a quick little follow up on the video I did in regards to biracial people, mixed race people. Apparently, a lot of us who are fully black and fully African have some addiction with standing up for mixed race people. You know, that seems to be our addiction. We want them to be black and we want them to be African so bad, right? That we would go to any lengths to make them black. Even when they don't even say that they're black. They, most of them will tell you, oh, no, I'm biracial, or no, I'm mixed. We would try to force them to be black. No, you black. Look, you only a few shades lighter than me. Like, we have a sickness with that. But that's not why I jumped up here, right? So some Negroes decided they wanted to come to my DM and start naming a whole bunch of, black people, so-called black people, mixed race people who've done things in history, right? Oh, well, what about this person? Or what about this person? And it's so crazy. Half the goddamn time to be so fucking wrong. Oh, Malcolm X was biracial. No, Malcolm X wasn't biracial. Malcolm X was not mixed race. His mother was mixed race, okay? His mother was raped, okay? And my apologies. His grandmother was raped, okay? His grandmother was raped, which created his mother, and his mother married the blackest man that she can find, okay? Malcolm X was not biracial. His mother was biracial. I made an error in saying that. His grandmother was raped, produced his mother, and then she produced him. Malcolm X was not biracial at all. And again, the circumstances in which Malcolm X's mother and Malcolm X was created was totally different from what we have today. We have coons marrying and procreating with white people. So the standpoint of a biracial person back then, which was Malcolm X's mother, will be different from somebody today. Because back then, she's like, I hate everything about this whiteness in me. You get what I'm saying? Today, Negroes are loving that shit, okay? So it's totally different. So we make these false equivalents because, somehow, I feel like people who argue on behalf of, biracial people, I feel like they deep down want to be biracial, or they want to create a biracial child and they don't want to be scrutinized for doing so. Now, this is not me bashing on biracial people or saying we should kill them and create the anti-defamation league against, biracial people. That's not me saying that at all. I'm saying we must have a future for our children and even a better future for us. Shit, I'm black. I'm not biracial. I don't need to worry about another group of people. I need to worry about people who look like me and think like me. But anyway, going back to what I was saying. So these Negroes came, oh, this person was biracial, this person, and then one person they used was Frederick Douglass. Now, this is why I say a lot of us, we just don't read, we just don't study, we just really don't, we spout shit. That's what we do. We talk. We talk. We don't do any research. First of all, I've read almost every book from every ADOS, Black American hero. I've read Harriet Tubman's book, Frederick Douglass' book, the other brother, Douglass. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody you can name. Sojourner Truth. Like I've studied African American history. Very well studied it, okay? If you read the narratives of Frederick Douglass, matter of fact, you don't have to go that far. In chapter 1, he says, my mother's name was Harriet Bailey. She was the daughter of Isaac and Betsy Bailey, both colored and quite dark. My mother was of a darker complexion than my grandmother and grandfather. My father was a white man. Okay? He was admitted to be such by all, he was admitted to be such by all I ever heard speak of my parentage. Meaning that he didn't know his father. Meaning that people told him that his father was a white man. Okay, we see how dark Frederick Douglass is. We see how kinky Frederick Douglass hair is. Where the hell do you see any white jeans at in Frederick Douglass? Now let me tell you what used to take place. This is why you need to read. What used to take place? This is why I read history. You got to read the Unchained Memories, the slave narratives, Africans in America. You got to read these books. One of the common things that they would say in these books is that they didn't know who their father was, but someone told them that their father was a white man. Someone told them that their father was a white man. Now, why would they say that their father was a white man? Well, more or less because their mother got raped by a white man, right? Obviously, right? But here's the thing about it. There was no DNA back then. So most people think, well, because, I got raped and now I'm pregnant, the baby must be for master. And that's not true. There was a whole bunch of dark-skinned African people who were talking about, that's my daddy. Because you have to understand, they were under the impression that if I got white in me, or if I tell people I got white in me, then I'll get a privilege. If master know he been raping my mama, and I come out, or she comes out pregnant, I can get a benefit. Why do you think Frederick Douglass was sold so many times? Most of the time, masters didn't sell their children. Frederick Douglass was not mixed. A lot of times, the slaves, and I'm not trying to disrespect our ancestors, a lot of times they would just say, that's my daddy. Frederick Douglass talks about in his narrative how you had slaves, African enslaved people, who would fight over who had the best master. If you think self-hatred today is something, you ain't seen self-hatred under antebellum slavery. You think now we got Negroes claiming, I got a white grandma way back there. Imagine in slavery. Negroes was 100% lying about who their daddy was. Blacker than black. He says it in his book. He didn't know who his father was. People told him who his father was because his mother was raped by a white man. And I suspect, because I did some of my research on this, I suspect Bob Marley is the same thing. Bob Marley never knew his father. They say it was an Irish man who raped his mom, that raped Bob Marley's mom. But he said he never met him. You look at Bob Marley, I mean, the brother's pretty, dark. His hair is not like regular biracial people's hair. Bob Marley's hair is not like Barack Obama's hair. It's not like Tia and Tamara's hair. It's not that curly hair. Bob Marley had real dreads. Not matted dreads. So I think Bob Marley did the same thing. This is just my perspective. I can't prove that. But he did say he didn't know his father. If you read his autobiography or books about him, he said he didn't know his father. He believed it was an Irishman. But to me, Bob Marley don't look shit mixed. That's just to me. But with Frederick Douglass and the other ancestors, I can prove that because they say they don't know who their father was. And they this is real fact. So we got to start. And I don't even get, why does that even have any relevance in the conversation? If we saying that we have a mixed race problem, we need to stop having mixed race children. We need to be about this. Oh, but what about Frederick Douglass? What about Huey P. Newton? What about this? Why is that even relevant? That's some inclination that you somehow want to have a mixed child. That's just how I feel. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? When you start saying shit like that, you're one step away from saying, well, what about that white guy? When you say something about a biracial person doing something in the interest of black people, you one step of saying some shit, what about John Brown? You one step away from that. That's literally what you're saying. Who gives a fuck? We have a million African heroes that y'all don't know shit about. But when it comes to mixed race person, y'all can pull everybody out of the hat. Oh, he was mixed race, he was mixed race, he was mixed race, mixed race. Like, y'all niggas are sick, man. Y'all are sick with this joint. But that's what I came up here to basically drop the information on, because my show on right now 60 minutes, so I gotta watch 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Because that should be dropping some real information on me right quick. That's why I get most of my information from, like when I'm dropping stuff. Hold on for a second. But yeah, 60 minutes on right now. They had some bullshit ass football on. Taking up 60 minutes supposed to start at 7 o'clock. Then I wasted 30 minutes of my goddamn 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't watching football. I just had the TV on. waiting for 60 Minutes to come on. That's the only show I watch every week. But yeah, y'all sick with this white supremacy, man. You got Negroes been black for millions of years, and you find out you got somebody white in your family. Oh, you done hit the lottery. But here's the funny thing about it. You know, a good 75% of Europeans in America know that they have white ancestry. Do you know that? A lot of white people in America know that they have white ancestry. People like what was the bussy boy of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover. He knew he had black ancestry. They hide that shit. Matter of fact, there's a movie by Denzel Washington called Devil in the Blue Dress. And the whole movie is about this like senator or something like that. And he was dating a mulatto girl. And he was trying to keep it a secret. And they were actually like killing people behind this secret. Like this was a big secret. So look on the other hand. When they found they got somebody black in their family, they got some black ancestry, they hide that shit. They'll kill to keep that secret. We find out that we got some rape in our family somewhere. Oh boy, we done hit the lottery. Yoo-hoo! Boy, we done. Boy, I can't fight against white supremacy because my great grandma was black, was white. How you want me to fight against white supremacy and my great grandma and grandpa, who raped their way into my family, was white? I'm fighting against 2% of myself. You want me to fight against 2% of myself? You black as hell. I'm fighting against 2% of myself. It's driving me crazy. Like you dudes, man. Like I be gone with y'all, yo. Like the level of ridiculousness that comes out of some people's mouth, and I'm not even trying to be. Sometimes you gotta slap somebody. You just gotta say what it is. Like, so I try to be cordial. I try to be, you know what I'm saying? But there's some of this shit, you be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What does that have to do with now? Why is that even in your mind? What are you even thinking about that for? What are you talking about? Ridiculous. That's why I be like, I don't even try to read the comments no more. If I see like a DM, but it's just be ridiculous, yo. Ridiculous, the shit that people think. I'm like, how did you even come up with that? How did you even come up with that? And it just shows how weak-minded we are. You say something about a white person, you say something about a mixed person, they go to defend them automatically, right? These are the same people who won't even defend black people. Right? These are the same people that be like, niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't that. And you say something about a mixed race person, oh man, not all. Oh man, not all. Man, you just being biased. Man, you just being. But if I say something about a black person, oh yeah, that's us. That's us. We like that. Mm-hmm. We some dirty, low down, dirty niggas. Mm-hmm. That's us. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's us. We ain't never gonna change either. Like, y'all be killing me with that shit, bro. Y'all be killing me with that shit. Seriously, yo. Forgive me right quick, doing my little carpentry for the week. I got y'all orders coming. Don't worry. I'm working on them. I'm working on the orders. I know I'm a little backed up, a little slow. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, everything is handmade, so I am working on them. I will be shipping out this week. So I appreciate y'all for y'all patience. You know what I'm saying? As soon as 60 Minutes come back on, I'm going, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got to get my daily education of what's going on in the world. 60 Minutes is probably the only news thing that I watch and find sort of, reputable. Like, they have like a real reputable reputation of dropping like some real information and shit. But anyway, with that being said, I just had to address that. This whole, oh, we got black people who did things. Oh man, look, we got black people who did things in the black community. Yo, some of these people, especially doing like slavery, they didn't know who their parents was. Harriet Tubman and that's not demeaning nobody, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, they didn't know who their parents was. A lot of times they just said that that's my daddy. So anyway, appreciate y'all for joining me. I'll holler at y'all, man. Black Power.